Directors of Mortgage Banking. I'm here with Jason Pace. Jason, how you doing today?
Hey, great to be with you, Tim Barry.
It's fantastic to have you. So we are here to talk about Nexidia, which is an absolute game-changing tool. And we're going to talk to Jason Pace a little bit about how he leverages the tool and maybe some tips and tricks that he can give us to really get better at this thing. So Jay, what's on your mind? Talk to us a little bit about how you're leveraging Nexidia right now.
Well, hey, when we talked about Nexidia, Tim and I, kind of briefly had a conversation, and I'll tell you, I'll give you a quote from Coach Larry Brown, coach of the 2004 NBA World Champion Pistons, and he said, you know what he said, Tim Barry? He said, "I don't coach effort. Effort is the ante to play." And I don't know that I subscribe to that fully, but I do know that you can leverage Nexidia to measure the heart and hustle of your salespeople. And when you think about some of the most important things in sales, it's having that hunger, it's having that fight. And real talk, we can't always catch that in the first 30 seconds of the call, which is so important. My leadership philosophy over the years has been lead to credit as a banker. If you and I are talking, Tim Barry, you're my banker, I'm the director. I'm saying, listen, here's how it works. Lead to credit is on you. You've got to have that hustle. You got to have that fight. And then the credit to set up is on me. I'll work with you to turn the credit reports into happy enrolled clients, but you got to have that hustle and hunger up front to drive the credit reports. It's all about hustle.
It is. The hustle's real. It's a good plug. So if you were a director right now, how would you be leveraging Nexidia?
So here's what I do. And listen, the key to success is consistency. So every day I'd be starting a huddle with listening to the lead to credit opportunities. So I'd pull up the lead to credit opportunities. I'd sort, and here's my tip for you, by call duration. And I'd listen to those short hitters, and I'd immediately be able to hear whether or not the banker is fighting and in the game mentally, or if they're just going through the motions. Are they handling those initial objections? Are they saying things like, "Oh, you want to schedule an appointment? No problem. What time works best?" Or are they saying, "No problem, you've got a mortgage expert on the phone. Let's take 5 minutes, see what we can do to help you out. I've got the time, I'm happy to help you," in handling those initial objections. Now the tip is, and I got two for you here. One is you got to do it consistently. So I wouldn't be leveraging this tool in this fashion haphazardly once in a while. People wouldn't know what to expect. What I would do is start every single huddle, just 5 minutes. We're going to listen to 2 or 3 calls, and I'd make it fun. You got to make things fun. Otherwise people aren't going to be mentally engaged. So I would play, "What would you say?" Tim, have you seen the show, What Would You Do?
Oh yeah.
I'd love to see you answer some of those tough questions. What would you do? Well, hey, with Nexidia, I'd play, "What would you say?" And I'd play some of these initial objections, and I'd pause it, and I'd go out to the studio audience. "Bob, how would you handle that?" "Sally, what would you say if a client said that?" "All right, now let's hear what Dave, the banker, actually said." And I'd play it. And I think people would have fun. It would be a hot seat. It would be engaging. But because of the consistency, folks would know I'm going to do it tomorrow. I'm going to do it the day after. That means my call that I'm on right now could be being played tomorrow morning in the huddle, and I better give it my very best.
That's right. When people know that you're going to be listening, they tend to perform a lot better. That's why the eye in the sky is impactful, and that's why getting into Nexidia is so important. So, Pace, I think you hit the nail on the head. You talked about making sure that we're playing calls consistently, getting them played in the huddle. I always love a great huddle with a sales call. There's always got to be a sales portion in your huddle, and really just making sure to drive home the point that our mortgage bankers are knowing that we're going to be listening to their calls and we're looking for improvement on every single thing. So, Pace, thank you very much for the time today. We're gonna make sure that we're diving into Nexidia. And what's your expectation around usage? Like how often would you expect a director to be listening to calls?
Hey, if you're not listening to a good 15 to 20 calls a day, you're missing the mark. I mean, there's just so much opportunity. You start the day by playing 4 or 5, and then throughout the day, because this thing updates real time, you can find conversion opportunities intra-day. So if it's 3 o'clock in the afternoon and you're not where you want to be, hop into those asking for the business misses, and all of a sudden you're finding second voice opportunities to convert and enroll more clients. And of course, coach your bankers to be better salespeople.
Yep, and that's how you get a pop. All right, Jason Pace, thank you very much. 15 to 20 listens per day. You heard it from the man himself. Thank you very much. Have a great day.
Let's make it a great one. We'll see you soon. Thanks.